Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the WD Broadcasting Network. Tonight we are back with the Leave the Pack Super Series. Tonight for their All-Star Race events. We're going to have two 75 lappers coming at you. These drivers are getting their qualifying runs underway. And we will try to get timing and scoring up for you guys to see, so you guys can know where your drivers are. Currently 11 drivers on track right now. Trying to get timing and scoring up. Sometimes it is a little finicky. Still working on timing and scoring, but currently Austin Godfrey top of the board in the 10 machine. Zach Murphy completing his qualifying run along with Brian Gravel. As I believe everybody has qualified up to this point. Which means your fast qualifier will be Austin Godfrey in the 1 machine. He'll have the front row starting position for this one. Mark Keedeman qualified second. He'll be starting from the rear, though, unfortunately, after winning 3 weeks in a row in the Leave the Pack Super Series. Sorry, 4 weeks in a row, Mark Keedeman has won. Started at IRP, Langley, South Boston, and Myrtle Beach. He has came from the back 2 weeks in a row, South Boston and Myrtle Beach. We'll see if he can do that again here tonight. So we're still trying to get timing and scoring pulled up and working for everybody at home so you guys can see, but these drivers are on the grid right now, lined up, ready to go for 75 laps of action. See if we can try this one more time. There we go. Timing and scoring is up. You guys can see where everybody is starting. Austin Godfrey going to roll off on the pole. We'll get the grid up on screen. Our starting lineup, Austin Godfrey on the pole here tonight. Mark Keedeman going to roll off from the 2nd position. That'll be Brandon Elvis starting 3rd. Brian Gravel starts 4th. Brian Voss will roll off 5th. Carter Russo 6th in the 21. James Pileski will roll off 7th. Zach Murphy 8th. Jeremiah Woods Jr. in the 222 machine starting 9th. And Logan Drumheller rounding out the top 10 in the 5 machine. So everybody lining up on the grid. Austin Godfrey, your pole sitter here tonight. We'll grab a word from him. See if he's available in Discord. It looks like he is. See what Austin's feeling about this 75 lapper. Austin Godfrey up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty. Well, last week at the Myrtle Beach Speedway, ran your 2nd race in the Super Series. Started from the 2nd spot. Ended up into the 2nd spot at the end of that one. This week, you're going to start in the 1st spot. What can you do to end up on top here tonight?
Stay out front and just try to maintain my tires as best as I can, better than these guys behind me, and just try to stay up front and just be smooth.
Alrighty, well, Congratulations on the pole here tonight, Austin, and hopefully we can talk to you later on.
Thank you.
All right. That was Austin Godfrey, driver of the number 1 machine, going to be rolling off from the top spot here tonight. He'll have Brian Grable to his outside. As we get the 1 to go signal this time by. As they work their way through turns 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway for the final time before we get this one underway. We've got 10 cars going for 75 laps. And we'll have one more race after this. And through the restart zone, we are up and underway. Green flag is out here at the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. Down into turns 1 and 2. Brian Grable gets a good jump. And he'll take the early lead in front of Austin Godfrey, hometown kid, trying to pick up the victory here tonight. Grable with 1 victory this season back at the New Smyrna Speedway in week number 2 as the field begins to sort themselves out. Brandon Elvis in the 54 back to the 4th spot. Did not get the best start on the bottom behind Austin Godfrey. As we work lap number 3, the field starts to really get spread out as Logan Drumheller gets shuffled up to the rear up on the top side there. As we work lap number 4, Brian Grable that time setting the fastest lap of the race. Grable right now, car length advantage over Austin Godfrey. Carter Russo sitting in the 3rd spot. He's got a victory this season. Opening race at Kern County Speedway. Remember the contact between him and Mark Keteman that ultimately left the victory to Carter Russo. Field really starting to get spread out now. Look at Mark Keteman looking to the inside of James Pileski here. Or sorry, Brian Boss. Boss making his first start with the Leave the Pack Super Series. A little bit of connection issues there, but I think we're back. Austin Godfrey chasing down Brian Grable. Godfrey all over the back bumper. We work to lap number 10 right now. Lap 10 for Brian Grable. We've got 65 to go. These races are going to be short and sweet. Into turns 3 and 4. Grable now leads lap number 12. Godfrey still right there on the back bumper. They've got quite a bit of distance between them and Carter Russo, who runs in the 3rd spot right now. Not too much action so far in this one. You look a little bit further back, everybody just kind of waiting in line at this point in this one. Look at Brandon Elvis right there in the 4th position. He's trying to work his way forward towards Carteruso, still looking for that first victory in the Super Series. Down the back straightaway they go. Look at the gap right there to the lead. Ooh, contact there. Austin Godfrey into the back bumper of Brian Grable. To the inside he goes. Down into turns 1 and 2. Godfrey down on the bottom side. Grable going to try to cross him over, get back down to the bottom, but it looks like Godfrey is going to prevail off of turns 1 and 2. But here comes Grable back to the bottom. He's not done fighting yet. These two are side by side on lap number 18. Godfrey to the outside wall a little bit there. That's going to give the advantage back to Brian Grable. Godfrey looks back inside there. Will he be able to get alongside as they work down the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4? Grable going to try to shut the door, but Godfrey going to stick the nose in there. Godfrey on the bottom. Looks like Grable going to get the run up off that time and be clear into turns 1 and 2, but Godfrey still right there. Not ready to give up. Laps into this one. Grable, your leader. The battle's starting to heat up for the 3rd spot as well. Russo right there in the 3rd spot. But he's got Brandon Elvis, James Pileski, and Mark Keedeman right there back behind him. Down the back stretch they go, or down the front stretch they go, rather. Elvis looking to the bottom side of Carteruso. Contact there. Elvis back to the 5th spot. Not sure what happened. I was looking at the other screen trying to pull up a statistic there. And Pileski, I think, might have gotten into the back bumper of Brandon Elvis. As here comes Keatum to the inside of Brandon Elvis. He's working his way up from the back. Work down the back straightaway. Things starting to calm down a little bit. Your race leader, Brian Grable, getting a decent advantage here. As we work down the back straightaway, we are just shy of the halfway point. We're going to take a quick WD Broadcasting Network side by side. You won't miss a thing. We'll be back in just one moment.
think I watched Josh 3 or 4 times before I ran the car. He killed them every race, and it was like stout fields, like good cars, big races, and I mean, he was unbeatable. And I was like, oh man, this is, like, I'm nervous. I was so nervous getting into the car full time this year after watching Josh win 3 or 4 races straight. These cars, they have a lot of horsepower now. They have over 500, and I think 5 years ago they didn't have 450. They're gonna be a handful to drive, but just don't overdrive them. Let the car do the work.
Alrighty, folks, we are 40 laps into this one. Carter Russo got shuffled to the back after the break right there. Grable out front, still your race leader. These guys are 3.5 seconds ahead of third place James Pileski right now. We've gone caution-free from the get-go. Grable your race leader, but he's got pressure from Austin Godfrey in the 1. Look back. Ooh, James Pileski into turn 1. Up the racetrack there. Elvis and Keedeman going to go by. Move Elvis back up into the third spot. Here comes Keedeman. Look into the inside of Elvis there. Backs off on the exit of the corner, but into turn 3, the pressure is on right there for Mark Keedeman. Keedeman in the 2. Trying to find a way around Brandon Elvis. As up front, the battle for the lead is still hot as we approach lap 50 in this one. Godfrey right there on the back bumper. Go on board with the 1 machine here. See what he is seeing down the backstretch. 20 to go right there. Brian Grable has a mirror full of Austin Godfrey. These two are 4.5 seconds out in front of Mark Keeneman and Brandon Elvis. Really put a big gap in between the rest of the field. Elvis in the 4th spot, falling back a little bit from Mark Keeneman, but with 17 to go, there's a battle going on for the race lead. Can Austin Godfrey get to Brian Grable? So we have 15 laps to go. Grable, your race leader. Godfrey trying to work back to the inside. Still not an opening there. This is the battle for the final position in the top 5. Russo loose there in the 21. $13 to go this time. Grable starting to get a little bit of a cushion built up over Austin Godfrey. So we have 11 laps to go this time. Trying to fight through a little bit of a head cold. And keep this race as entertaining as possible. The second race may just be cars on track. You guys can watch the action. Brandon Elvis once said it was more exciting that way. But we've got 10 to go right here for Brian Grable, trying to pick up his second victory of the season. Carter Russo And Brian Voss battling for the 6th spot. Russo able to get back by. Voss trying to work his way into the top 5 in his first start in the Super Series. As up front, Godfrey starting to creep back in a little bit. A car length separating the two as they work down the backstretch. As we have 7 laps to go. Grable going to see 6 right here. 6 to go for Grable, trying to pick up his 2nd victory of this season. We look back at the battle for the 6th spot. Voss creeping in. These cars a little bit tough once you get heat in the tires, as we've gone 70 laps green now. We have 5 to go. 5 to go for Brian Grable. Four laps to go. Austin Godfrey starting to fall off a little bit there in the one machine. He's got some right front damage. Might have gotten up into the outside wall. 3 to go this time. This time by the popsicle stick's going to be up in the air. 2 laps to go for Brian Grable. Trying to pick up his 2nd victory of the season. He took the lead down into turn 1 on lap number 1. And he has sat out front since. Can he hang on for 2 more laps? White flag is out. 1 more lap to go for Brian Grable. 1 more time around. Down the back straightaway. Grable's got a pretty decent advantage over Austin Godfrey. As he works his way out of turns 3 and 4, Brian Grable picks up the victory at Nashville Fairgrounds in race number 1 of the evening. Austin Godfrey ends up in the 2nd spot. Mark Keedeman ends up 3rd. It looks like the invert is an 8 for the next race, so we'll get the lineup all set and make sure we have that ready to go for these drivers. As we will take one quick step away before we grab a word from our top 3 finishers here. Be right back in just a moment on the WD Broadcasting Network. Alrighty, folks, we are back here on the WD Broadcasting Network, ready to grab a word from our top 3 finishers. Starting with our third place finisher here tonight, Mark Keedeman. Get him up in the broadcast booth. Mark Keedeman up in the booth, you got a copy?
I do.
Mark, you got a copy?
I do. Can you hear me?
Alrighty, there we go. I think I just had my headset turned down too far, but anyways, started from the back here in this one, drove your way up during that 75 lap run into the third spot. How do you feel?
That thing drove terrible. It didn't turn in a 40-acre field, and every time I'd get up to whoever was in front of me trying to pass somebody, I would lose 20 car lengths to the guys in front of me, and so I'd have to spend 10, 15 laps, chase them down, try to pass them, and there's Austin and Godfrey being on the front row, or Gravy and Austin being on the front row kind of just helped them out because they didn't have anybody to really battle other than each other. So I think if I had more time, I think it would have been a little different story, but we were just too far back. So hopefully the invert goes my way. I don't have to start last again. So sucks that we ended our win streak, but I mean, 4 in a row ain't too bad.
Yeah, definitely a good run there those last couple weeks. Still a good run here this evening, though, into the third spot. Who do you have to thank for a podium finish in race number 1?
RKM Setup Shop, K-Cars Race Cars, Justin Brooks Designs, Topsoil Landscapes, Clive Power Equipment, Freezing Performance, all my friends and family that watch this, and everybody that puts this deal on for us.
Alrighty, well, congratulations to you, Mark, on your third place finish, and we wish you luck in race number 2.
Thank you, sir.
Yep. Alrighty, that was your third place finisher. Now to talk to our second place finisher, Austin Godfrey. Austin Godfrey up in the broadcast booth, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty, well, second spot here in race number 1. Gravel got out in front of you in turn number 1 there, and it just looked hard to get back by him.
Yeah, on lap I'm gonna say 25, my force feedback went out on my wheel, so the whole time I was just going off the looks, in my eyesight, just going off that. I don't know, I put the bumper to him, I didn't really mean to, but I felt like I had some speed there, and then as soon as I got out front, my wheel just got all floaty, and I couldn't do nothing, so whatever. Good win to him, though.
Yeah, it was definitely a good run. You two raced it out, and you were very close the entire time, so a good run there for you. Who do you have to thank for the second spot here in race 1?
47 Speed Shop. Everything you do for us, putting on this league, and bumping around YouTube.
Alrighty, well, congratulations, Austin, and we wish you luck in race number 2.
Thank you.
Yep. Now to talk to the man of the hour, picking up his second victory of the season up into the broadcast booth. Brian Gravel, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty, well, congratulations on victory number 2 of the season. Race 1 of the night. Do you think you can go 2 for 2?
I definitely think I can. I gotta change a couple things and figure out how I'm getting beat in, and can still get off like I was. And I think I can definitely get another victory.
Alrighty, well, congratulations once again. Who do you have to thank for victory number 2 of the season here this evening?
I'd like to thank Napa Auto Parts, Scrub Out Cancer, Champs Auto Care, Oliver Motorsports, Coleman Designs for making sure I had my car for tonight. And I'd like to thank you for putting all this on and dealing with everybody's bullshit.
Yeah, definitely some chaotic things and leave the pack from time to time, but it's all in the spirit of good fun. But nonetheless, congratulations to you, Brian, on victory number 2 of the season. We wish you luck in race number 2 here tonight.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Alrighty. That was your winner here in race number 1. We're going to take a quick step away once again while we load into the other session, and then we will get that race underway. I'm going to take a quick step away, though, or an extended step away during that practice session while these guys get warmed up.
so much later. Basket can't defend. He's got the outside line for the second part, and he can't hold on.
Going the long way around. We're going to be 3 wide for the lead as they all come to the line. Who is going to take it in the end?
And here comes Lockwood. He's going to make the move to the outside. Quinn tries to force it off a little bit, but there he goes. It's going to be side by side through turn 1.
Will he be able to cover him off? He does. Weaving back to the left-hand side. Reynolds is trying everything. The kitchen sink is being thrown at it.
They're leaning on each other. Coming into turn number 3. It's going to be a drag race through 3 and 4. Coming back to the line. Here comes Frisch on the bottom.
Bouchard's going to hold the inside. Tries to be the late breaker here. They're going to be side by side through the final chicane. They bang doors, but keep it clean.
As they're still 4 wide on the run down into the back straightaway. Demerit's looking for a line as well. What is going on in Michigan?
Novak into the fence. They're still beating and banging. And to the line.
He is much faster coming through there. Is there damage on Challenger? Apromitis is ahead. There's going to be a race to the line. Who is going to get it?
Alrighty, folks, the grid is set. We are about to go 75 laps of action. I'm going to sit this one out. The voice is not doing me too well, but you guys will get the audio cranked on up for 75 laps of action. I'll be active on the cameras behind the scenes. I'll make sure it's an entertaining show for you guys. But as of this point, I don't think I can put on the show that you guys deserve. So we will go ahead and crank up the audio and set up great. Alrighty, folks. Mark Keedeman in the 2 machine back to victory lane. We're going to grab a word from our top 3 finishers right away and finish this one off. We'll start with 3rd place finisher Austin Godfrey up into the booth. Austin Godfrey up in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty, well, P3 in race number 2 of the night. I believe you were the only driver with 2 podium finishes here. Actually, Keedeman, I guess, got 2 podium finishes, but nonetheless, a good run for the 1 machine. How do you feel?
Felt really good. I had to drive that thing. I'm pretty sure it was like lap 3. I hit the wall. I got put in the wall. I don't remember what happened. I might have came down on Brian there, but I feel like hit the wall there, and then I had to drive from dead last up to 3rd, so I feel pretty good. And I caught the leaders too, so I feel like I had a good piece here. If I had a little bit more laps, maybe a cautioner or 2, I'd probably have a shot at the win, but I feel pretty good about this top 3 finish here.
Yeah, it was definitely a good run for the number 1 machine here tonight. One more time, who do you have to thank for another podium finish here this evening?
Bumpering on YouTube, 47 Speed Up Shop, and you for everything you do. Again, means a lot to us.
Yes, sir. It's been a fun one, and we had 2 caution-free races here tonight, so that was pretty fun to watch as well. But congratulations one more time on 2 podium finishes here tonight, Austin, and we'll talk to you next week.
Yep, thank you.
Yep. Alrighty, folks, that was your 3rd place finisher. Now to grab a word from 2nd place finisher Brandon Elvis. Brandon Elvis up in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Hey, listen.
Well, 2nd place here this evening. You and Mark didn't waste any time getting to the front there, but it looked like once he got out in front, there was just a little bit of an advantage that he had, and started to get away there at the end of that one.
Yeah, I guess I made a move. I knew Russo was going to be hard to pass for the lead, and kind of just rolled up and let Mark go, let him go try to work on him, and that plan backfired. Backfired on me. I should have just tried to get it up there myself and put it in the lead, and then hopefully set sail and hold him off. I think I would have been in a better situation. Just following him there, I was just too tight.
Yeah, the track definitely looked a little bit tighter than that first race, but still a good run for the 54 machine. Who do you have to thank for a podium finish here in the All-Star race?
Yeah, Coleman is on. Hate he couldn't make it tonight. Chris Smith, my wife, my mom, my dad, Coastal Performance, Perry Ellis Performance, Chestnut Hill Restaurant, and you for putting this league and broadcast on for us.
Alrighty, Brandon. Well, congratulations to you on your 2nd place run here tonight, and we wish you luck throughout the rest of the season.
Thanks, man.
Yes, sir. Alrighty, and now to grab a word from the man of the hour going back to victory lane. Well, Mark, it didn't take long for you to find victory lane again. About, what, 30 minutes?
Something like that.
Alrighty, well, you started this race from the 5th position, a little bit better track position than that last race, and you drove that car to the front pretty quickly, had some pressure from Brandon Elvis early on, but didn't affect you too much, and the 2 machine was out front by 1.7 seconds at the end of it. How do you feel?
Pretty good. I learned my lesson from the first race, not to wait around and waste time trying to ride around, so I was definitely on the mindset of get going quick, and I figured maybe Elvis and them were going to be a little bit harder to pass, but maybe I was just pushing a little harder. For a while, Elvis was running me down, and I was pushing pretty bad. It was a little tight. I was maybe just running the wrong line, but after a while, I think I learned what I was doing wrong in 3 and 4 and was able to start pulling away, and then after that, it was smooth sailing.
Yeah, definitely smooth sailing there at the end. Could have set it on cruise control there for about those last 15 laps. But anyways, who do you have to thank for tonight's victory, your 5th of the season?
K-Cars, Race Cars, Arcade Setup Shop, Justin Brooks Designs, Topsoil Landscapes, Clive Power Equipment, Freezing Performance, my friends, family that all watch the broadcast, you, Wade, and everybody that puts this deal on for us. Sucks the car counts keep going down. It's like it got good one week and then they die again, so not sure what's going on with that. We love good car counts around here in the Supers. I think we've proved here over the last few weeks that we can have long green flag runs. So hopefully some people see this and start joining back.
Yeah, hopefully we can get the car counts up, and we've definitely seen some pretty good long green flag runs. We had 2 caution-free races here tonight. Didn't even throw a caution once. So great job from everybody in the Leave the Pack Super Series. But congratulations to you, Mark, one more time on your victory here tonight in the All-Star race.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yep. Alrighty, folks, that was Mark Keedeman, your winner here in race number 2. And that is going to wrap it up for us, folks. I apologize that I was not able to call that second race there. But hopefully it was enjoyable enough for everybody to at least get some entertainment out of it. But anyways, we will see you guys next week on the WD Broadcasting Network. And a couple divisions going to a couple different tracks here with Leave the Pack, but you won't want to miss it. So thank you guys for tuning in. I'm your host, Winston Deal from the WD Broadcasting Network, and we will catch you guys next week.